Should you mix while you produce? While you're making the beat, you're in the vibe, you're making a banger, it's banging, it's sounding good, it's sounding dope, and then all of a sudden you spend 3 hours tweaking the hi-hats and now you do not like the beat. So that's what happens when you try to mix and produce at the same time. I know one of my go-to sayings was always mix while you go. And there's a way you could still do that without completely getting into the mix balls deep and killing the vibe of your session while you're making a banger. Okay, let's get into it. In this video, I'm going to help you get to the point where you could do a quick mix while you're making a beat and not kill your vibe. Before I do that though, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and comment to help get this message to more producers who need the information just like you do. When you do that, you're spreading a good karma and it's always going to come back to you, and you're helping me get this message out to the masses so we can help each other. Leave a comment, but also vibe with the other producers in the comments, connect with them, because this is our community. So check this out, man. A couple of things I want to touch on. The number one is why you lose your energy mid-session while you're making a beat. You started with the vibe. At the end of the session, the beat sounds stiff, it sounds lifeless, because you've already started trying to clean it up way too soon. If you should start off with the clean slate already. I mean, if you need to, you could put some things on the stereo bus. We're gonna get into that though. But you don't want to, you want to get into creative vibe mode first. That is priority when you're making the beat, is creativity, because that energy is flowing through your veins already, right? So usually when you shift from creative mode to engineer mode, you shift it from one side of your brain to the other. You've shifted from your creative mind to your analytical mind, and that it automatically is going to try to control the energy. It's almost like putting a compressor on something and you tweaked it to the max. You turned everything up and now everything sounds squashed. That's what happens when you go from creative mode to engineering mode, and you don't want to do that. You want to give yourself the space to create from a very authentic, innocent place without worrying about how it sounds just yet. Okay? Like I said, mix while you go, but there's a way that you could do it without slowing down your progress or killing your vibe. The real problem with mixing while you're producing, especially if you're doing it on a level to where you're really trying to start tweaking stuff, is that every tweak chips away at your creative energy, your momentum. Creative energy builds. It builds on top of one another. One momentum, right? Moments of energy compiling on top of each other. Almost like when you play a chord on the keyboard, you're going to get harmonics that build on top of each other to build a beautiful sound, because everything's in sync. All the frequencies are singing with each other. They're resonating. Same thing in your creative energy. One moment you're doing the drums and then you're on to the melody. That moment is resonating with the previous moment, and then the next moment is resonating with that moment. You're building momentum. But if you stop everything you're doing just to try to EQ the sound or tweak it and compress it, then you're killing the vibe. And by the time you get done with that session, you're not going to be feeling the beat no more. That's usually what happens, right? Because you start focusing on the wrong stuff. Okay, I need to cut 2K on this snare. I need to go ahead and cut this kick and this. No, do that after. You want to stay in creative mode as soon as possible. You want to work on finishing the beat. Keep your mind on finishing the beat, but going with the flow. Don't kill your vibe by over engineering and getting out of creative mode too quickly. You don't want to do that. Another aspect of this, which I've just touched on, is basically you're going from producer brain to engineering brain. Those are two completely different spaces. When you're producing, you're trying to catch a vibe. You're trying to keep everything going. You want to keep the creativity flowing. When you're in engineering mode, you're about detail, balance, cleanup. And if you're trying to bring that into production mode, then you're definitely going to kill your vibe, because now you're being too analytical, as I said, and you're judging your creativity. Oh man, I don't know if I should use this bass because there's mud in it. No, don't worry about that. Worry about that after. Worry about it. First of all, don't worry about it at all. Concern yourself with it. Maybe that's not even the right word. focus on it when it's time. Let's say maybe you need to take a break from the beat anyway because your creativity just stopped flowing the way that it was before. You don't know where to go next. Then you can go into the engineer mode for a little bit and start, okay, let me clean this up. Let me do some gain staging. And that might open up the portal for your energy to flow back through. But don't do it mid creativity while you're still feeling the vibe and the energy is in the room for creativity. Engineering mode can wait. You could always get into that mode after. Here's what you could do instead. If you really want to start as clean as possible and not have to worry about too much mud or anything, you could put a soft clipper on the stereo, the master stereo bus, probably an EQ with just an overall kind of balanced sweep through certain frequencies. Maybe cutting out some of the mids, boosting the low a little bit, maybe boosting the highs a little bit. I wouldn't get too deep into it. I would actually create a template EQ and save it on the channel strip in with the soft clipper on there, just so you can have the clean element and the fat banging element to it. And you could play with the levels on that stereo bus fader just to make sure everything is leveled right and it sounds clean, right, to you at that time. And then you can go back later after your creativity mode has vanished. Then you can start adjusting that to taste. But for the most part, man, have fun when you're making beats and you're creating. That's what that element is about. It's about having fun. The root word to funk is fun, right? And funk is in all aspects of music. So fun is in all aspects of music creation. Don't get too, headstrong on trying to make it sound good right now. Capture the funk first. Have fun. Capture that vibe. That's what it's really about, man. Okay, so I hope this helps you not overthink your process. Stay in creative mode, get into engineering mode later. Separate those two guys, because if not, then you're going to be conflicted and fighting in the studio trying to figure out which way to go, and you're not going to go nowhere and you won't get nothing done. And that's how you end up with beats that aren't finished. Finish the beat first, finish it, and then clean it up afterwards. Do it in steps, right? And here's another bonus tip. Use ready to go presets and plugins that don't cause you to have to do a lot of cleaning up from the gate. Sounds that are already gain stage for the most part in inside plugins. So you can grab the Apeshit Rampage plugin for free. I left a link to it in the description. It's 100% on the house. You're going to love it. It's going to help you with your creative flow. It's going to help you get the creativity going and keep it flowing, because that's what it's about when it comes to making beats, man. The Apeshit Rampage plugin is all melody, so it has synths, basses, there's leads, there's pads, there's plucks. Anything you could dream of is in that plugin. You get the first expansion on the house. There's other expansions if you want to, build on and add on to it, but you get 50 sounds inside this Rampage plugin. If you want to make sure that your drums are knocking though, you definitely want to watch this video right here where I show you how to make a banging drum bus to make sure your drums are knocking, rocking, and everything's locked in. Go watch that video right now.